Dr. Tom Hopper says somewhat facetiously, Big Joey passed his Swans fitness test, RoCo. How do you see it? Well, I'll tell you how I see it, Tom Hopper. You keep your cotton-picking fingers off Joe Daniher. No, look, it's going to be watched with great interest, isn't it? I noticed a lot of people reading a lot into his post-game interview out on the ground with Mark Prosciutto. Did you see that, Finey?
Yeah.
I didn't think he gave away that much. He just said something about,
he said we were shit till half time and we came good, basically.
Yeah, but after that, he talked about my future and my future with the club or something. So it's going to be one of those things, I think, like when we were talking about whether Gary Ablett was going to leave Geelong, and every single utterance became scrutinised and analysed. But look, he looked to have really enjoyed himself, didn't he? He didn't look like a man who sort of wasn't enjoying playing with that group of players. And I thought Gary Lyon made a reasonable point on that too after the game, which was that, the football world that Joe Daniher is talking about now is a dramatically different football world to that he was talking about in October last year. Clubs aren't going to be flush with cash. Living circumstances might have changed dramatically. There's, it's a lot has changed. So it's interesting how the pendulum just in the last couple of days seems to have tipped back towards him perhaps staying with the Bombers.
I get a sense of, you know what? I reckon Essendon could really swoop in the next couple of weeks, because what Joe Daniher with his body really would want is some long-term security. And if Essendon's willing to offer it to him, I reckon they could strike a deal and really circumvent any post-season positioning, posturing and pain. Do it now, and I think you might get your man long-term.
Yeah, well, the obvious complication there, of course, is, does he have a long-term? You're talking about a guy that's barely played for 3 years. So,
well, do you take that? Do you take that punt? If I was Essendon,
it's a massive punt.
Well, you sort of have to, though, because otherwise you lose him to a club that would take that risk.
Well, I think what I'd be doing is, and in fact, I might actually do this, get on the phone to Nigel Carmody, find out what the going length of contract might be from elsewhere, and just come in one higher.
Rowan, you know that I know Nugs pretty well, and I, over quite a few years doing radio with Nigel, tried to get information about his clients out of him. You wouldn't want to play poker with Nigel Carmody. He's the best bloke. He's such a good bloke, and he will give you nothing about a client.
No, he's very good. I was figuring I could try and impersonate the voices of one of his clients and just say I was ringing from a private number. I'll see how we go.